Fusion. It's the Tai Chi Fit, Tai Chi for Veterans Flow Show. And welcome back. If you're new, there's nothing to learn or to do. We're practicing. It's a practice of a flow experience, and we're getting into flow with gentle, rhythmic movement. And it's mind, body, spirit. And we'll just get up and share in this experience. And my positive thought for today is joy. And I think just being in the holidays and finding joy and spreading joy and bringing joy into our life is such a good thing that we'll give that joy a chance to spread today. I'll get the music going. And did it not go? Oh. Here we go. Yes. So stand up, and right where you are, or you can always sit. You can stand or sit, and we'll start from the beginning, and we'll start waking up and rising up to the morning, opening up to the dawn, sunrise, pink clouds, sunlight, warming our heart, opening the chest, sinking, grounding down, roots into the earth, standing on the mountain, extending, reaching, centered and grounded in our breath, in the present moment. Here we are waking up with dawn and finding joy. So feet, shoulder, hip width apart, and then we're gonna soften and open like strings from a marionette on a puppet. The arms float up like you're rising with the tide, and then sink and release, surrender, or letting go, softening, opening, melting, arriving in the present moment, and then sitting into your chair, look up, reach up, and then let the gravity sink your waist and hips and legs down. Your thighs might shake a little bit. You can come up higher, always honoring and respecting the limits, the threshold on your bodies. Take those cues from the comfort, and then just back off a little bit. You can let a smile return to your face on the inhale. And sigh. Releasing stress and tension. Sinking onto your throne, onto your chair here. Looking up, reaching up, opening the heart. And then let that all go. So we're drifting, we're shifting weight side to side to side. Rolling in the river of life, just gently rolling in the stream, floating by as the clouds float by, and strum your lute, and the hand goes under the elbow, and you strike that pose. It's a heel tap, and the hands and the foot all together, and come back into a wider stance. We'll fold, warming up the back of the body, strengthening that base of the body, and then we're going to work this central channel, and we're going to dive into the digging in the garden, opening this central channel, our breath, gazing, and with the chi flowing like water, go up, bubbling up and through, down through the earth and up through the core, water flowing, and then gather up, and we'll come into the chest and then send out in this bow and arrow, loving kindness, joy today. In fact, loving act of love, sending joy, release, gather, and release. Now in our wide stance, you can go open to the pink clouds, opening and expanding the sky, the heart, the mind, the chest, the body. And this is gonna reverse directions on the other side. And so we'll be like the wings span, soaring over the mountaintops, and come in and open across the back like the eagle. And come back in, sort of to that central neutral position, and we'll warming up the whole body, you know, the hands drifting like the palms in the wind, the tropical breeze at sunset, and then step and press and push, brush and push, and you can use your hands like paintbrushes across the sky, opening, pushing, and it's a continuous motion. And so we rewind and arc overhead like a rainbow and drop right back in to wherever your knees give you the sensation, the feeling that that's your edge, honoring and respecting our body, and then through continuous motion, it's a double circle, press, and press, and then back to the center, and the arms float up overhead, and we're in this moon, and the moon, the fullness of the moon drips down the side and through the rib cage, and over to the other side, opening up side of the body, preparing for this triangle pose. And we'll take a step out, and we're reaching out, bringing ourselves back to shore. Pull yourself into the harbor, and then we drop in. The hand can slide down the leg wherever you're, down to the floor, and stretch up in the triangle pose. Now you just pull yourself up from above, and then come in and out to the other side, hand to the chest, reaching for your tug of rope, pulling your ship to safe harbor, and then let your hands slide down your leg wherever you feel that stretch, and the hands float up and reach up, and then we're back to the beginning. And the hands slide across like white clouds, sun on your face, smiling, joyful, practicing, and then turning, shifting, and then the top hand turns into an anchor, and we can open wide into this single whip, and we can use this as a protective wind at your back, the wind at your sails, filling yourself up. Check that the shoulders can float on the rib cage, and let go that you're not blocking your shoulder, isn't resisting. Allow your chest to really open and your chi to go through from one hand through the chest to the other. Open and release, and then wave and wave, and then we're going to go and reverse the direction. You maybe want to take a wider stance like the hands of the Milky Way and go down and around and through. The snake creeps through the grass, and you can sink in and go as low as your hips, as your knees give you permission to honor and respect your body. And then it comes right back up. And we take a step in, and a step in, and a step across. Wide and open onto the other side. Coming up and down and around and through. Whole body. And get your whole body, your mind, body, spirit open and come on up. And then everything comes in. And from in, we're going to touch the pulse and spread our wings again. And then you can white crane, spread its wings, touch just an empty stance with the toe, challenging your balance. And there it is. Spread your wings. And this time we'll add needle at the bottom of the seat. So we're going to touch and dive in. Fold at your waist and come up. But you can look at your reflection for a moment when you pause. Spread. Look deep into the water and come up. And then we'll add tree pose. So fold and everything comes up. Wherever you feel sturdy, rooted, strong, balanced. And then return to the crane. We'll spread our wings and then fold. Everything comes up, woo, wherever it is, balanced, rooted, and return to the crane. And the birds sees the sparrow's tail, so from holding the moon, we're going to break it down, sort of a long series here. All of the Tai Chi secrets, this is palm, ward off. And then the transition, the needle dives through only to roll the moon over to the other side. And then we can force field, protect. Bottom hand rolls up, the top hand presses down, and then down and around and through. And if you want to take a step out, you can take a step out, and then we can really silk reel and soften and become that river, the fluid, be like water, and rolling back, and then go forward to rotate that moon back, the Tai Chi ball, open, and then back, and we're going to roll that through, and we're rolling, softening, yielding, melting, it just passes us by in the river. Double press into the corner, another defense. So here we go, we're shifting, fortifying, and then same transition, double spiral, hold your moon, open, and yield and soften, and press, squeeze into the corner. You can push off that back foot and really get a strong sense of defense, down and around, over, home, blue, and then the elbows soften, and we're going to like push hands, and I'm dancing, follow you, and send the ball, volleyball or beach ball, and you grab it, like sticky hands, sticky fingers, and you send it back to me, and then together we'll open the chest, opening the window, and hold our moon, palm, blue, squeeze, and then together, and send it back, and we see we can virtually connect, and together, opening, and closing, and breathing, all the way through. Time, down and around and through, and send off, and return to the center, open finding flow, letting go, filling up with joy, and then we'll take that joy from the top all the way through, and then it's spring-loaded joints, and so then you can just send it out, and lift it up, drop everything, it comes right around to the center, joy and flow, grateful, joyful flow today, and we're just turning that up, turning it in, letting it go, and sending it out. And that's the Tai Chi Fit, Tai Chi for Veterans, Bamboo Fusion Flow Show this morning. So I appreciate you guys being here and coming with me to practice and share. And I'll be back every Monday at 11:30. And the announcement I have is I know we are going to have a new release of the Iron Fusion. So I'm looking forward to participating in that program and maybe the apprentice program and continuing to learn and grow and practice and share. And I'll be here every Monday at 11:30. You can come to the Zoom room and I share it streaming on YouTube and Facebook on demand. So come back and thanks for tuning in.